Okay, we have to say. Yes, please. I'm sure. Go for it. Look
Wow.
at that great doctor, man. What?
After a moment, Kondo turned around and faced me directly.
その仲立ちをしてくれたのが
Oh! Wait, what meeting?
I think the doctor.
Oh, with the doctor.
Stop. Why is he doing this?
Oh my god! I feel like we're a terror.
Iba then appeared from behind the building as if he was summoned.
Wow.
I want to see that though, just like suddenly like, whoosh, hello.
I heard I was being called. Hello.
こんにちは。ある日できればここにはもっと別の用事できたかったんですけど。
It's fun.
Right.
It's fun.
We get to see you. That's fucking great.
He led us back inside the compounds in order to discuss the situation with the furs. Ichikata stood behind, listening with intent.
行動さんはこの新選組で羅刹を生み出す薬落ち水の実験を行っていた。
Has this man ever talked about it? This with us?
I
thought he was just like, man, we haven't seen your dad. Sorry, man.
no, because remember that him and Kondo got into that big fight. Like that's what normally happened at that scene.
Right.
Was they got into a big fight about it, and he was like, "You guys are doing the wrong thing. You gotta stop."
I remember. His descriptions matched the white-haired creatures I had seen on my first night in Kyoto. Dr. Matsumoto nodded, then turned to Iba, whose voice sounded oddly meek.
もともと羅刹の研究は幕府の手で秘密裏に進められてきました。
I can turn up the voice if you, or turn down the music and turn up the volume if you'd like.
The music isn't even the problem, he's just very quiet.
I mean, yeah, but everyone's kind of quiet at this point.
I think it's just because my headphones are, not great, so I lose sound.
I'll just turn this down,
Okay.
and then we'll make sure that this is still. Oops.
Is the fan on the lowest setting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I think that's part of the problem, honestly, just for my headphones.
Oh.
But it's fine.
If we turn off the fan, I'll die.
I wasn't suggesting that.
Okay. Yeah, I can turn it up.
幕臣の中でも
There you go.
Thanks,
ごく
man.
一部のものしか知らされていない重要機密ではありますが、僕たち奥詰めの者は万が一に備えてその存在を知らされています。
Iba's expression turned sour as his sentence trailed off, as if he was reopening an old wound, and he turned his head to the side.
実験が始まった当初の羅刹はそれはもうひどいものでした。
Testes.
彼らと剣を交え犠牲になった者も数多くいます。その研究の一部を新選組で引き継いでいると聞いて確かめに来たのですが。
And now we have Sanan. Iba looked in Hijikata's direction, waiting for him to see if he had anything to contribute. Hijikata gave a heavy sigh.
そこまで分かってんなら今さら隠し立てしても始まらねえか。俺たちが幕命で羅刹の研究をしてんのは本当だ。そうなった経緯については話すと長くなるんだが、ここに薬を持ち込んだのが行動さんだな。
行動さんが羅刹の研究を？
When my father's name was dropped, Iba immediately turned to face me. I gave a small nod.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it either till I came here looking for him. Kind of awkward.
Iba's eyes widened. They looked frantic as he faced Dr. Matsumoto, who merely nodded. Then Iba, who seemed unsatisfied that everyone else was lukewarm to the news, faced Kondo and Hijikata.
近藤さん、トシさん、率直に聞かせてください。新選組は今後羅刹をどうするつもりなんですか？
Hijikata's brows furrowed, then he paced back and forth, caught in a pause as he attempted to gather the right words.
どうするもこうするもねえだろう。羅刹の研究は莫名だ。俺たちの一存でやめるわけにはいかねえよ。
Kondo's face scrunched, and he kept silent, his eyes fixed on the floor in front of him. I assume this means Kondo shares the same feelings as Hijikata.
もしこのまま実験を続けて万一のことがあったらどうするつもりなんですか？ここには戦えない人もいるというの。
Hey now.
Haha, just one. As he cut himself off, Iba glanced in my direction with
Hey
a look
now.
of concern. Neither Kondo nor Hijikata answered, and they closed their eyes and crossed their arms in sync. I want to see that.
幕府の意向に逆らえないというのであれば僕が直々に上役に掛け合っても構いません。
私も伊庭君に賛成だ。ありゃ人間が扱いきれるものじゃない。
Dr. Matsumoto's tone was stern, but Kondo and Hijikata were staring at the floor.
どうした？
Iba became impatient.
俺もあの薬が危険な代物だってのはよく。
それなら。
だがあいつらが戦力になってるのも事実だから。
He cut himself off, even when he looked frustrated. The structure of his face was quite handsome.
We're just so distracted by all these hot men.
実験を取りやめちまったら
That's why we don't know what's going on half the time.
どうなる。
それは
Iba couldn't come up with a solution on the spot, and he looked down with a sheepish expression. You just stop, and they eventually pass away. Then someone arrived and broke the silence. Don't,
答えづらいのであれば、僭越ながら私の方からお
How
答
long were
えし
you
ま
just
しょ
standing there listening like a fucking weirdo? Sanon, go away. Aren't you feeling so bad? You should go lay down.
う。さすがに切り合いは無理ですが、少し話をするぐらいなら。
No, I don't think
どう
you
にでも
do.
な
I
ります
think you need rest.
Sanan joined our circle. Then he turned to face both Dr. Matsumoto and Iba.
もし落ち水が扱いきれぬ代物だということになれば。
Remember when we were like, maybe he has some redeeming point as we were going through his route and it was just garbage?
Yeah.
おそらくは処分されるでしょうね。羅刹と
Oh
この私
no! That would be
Right? What a
terrible.
disaster. We should do it right now.
なんですって？
What? Listen, you don't tell me you care about this piece of shit.
Yeah,
Look, I know
let's-
you've got a heart of gold, but not for him.
Iba was shocked by Sanan's suggestion. Let's do it now before Heisuke gets involved too, okay?
Oh god, literally.
He appeared out of breath, struggling to find words that were sympathetic to Sanan's position.
三男さん、なぜあなたがあの薬を？
Because he's a fucking loser. Sanan simply stared back at him, stoic as ever. I could have sworn I saw a brief flash of crimson in Sanan's eyes as he began to smile wryly.
哀れまないでください、伊庭君。私はこうして羅刹となったこ
You
とを
wouldn't
喜
have
ぶ
to be a
problem.
furry.
喜んでいるですって。
はい。左腕を負傷し、剣客としては死んだも同然のこの私は、落ち水によって見事生き返ることができました。あなたも剣客であれば、片腕を失うこと、そして
Just
戦え
retire.
ず隊の役に立てぬことがどれだけ苦しいか。
It seemed as though Iba was unable to prove any of the Shinsengumi men wrong, and he was silent. He'd known Kondo, Hijikata, and the others from back in their Edo days, which meant he knew Sanan then as well.
Gross.
To hear that one of his old friends had become a furry, I'm sure it caused him a great deal of pain, and he was confronted with a moral dilemma.
Moral dilemmas.
こうして忠告してくれた君や松本先生には申し訳ないと思うが、ここで実験を取りやめてしまうことは三男君を見殺しにするのと同じことだ。
And? I don't see
報
the
道さんを
problem.
探し出すことができれば、三男君や羅刹となった皆を 元の人間に戻す方法も見つかるかもしれない。
Sunan smiled at Kondo, but it seemed to me that he was wary of any optimism, and he winced at his mortality being mentioned in plain conversation.
私は人の身に戻りたいなどといった覚えはありませんがね。
So die.
Then die.
The Shinsengumi were adamant about their reasons for continuing their research and experiments. This made it seem like an impossible task for either Dr. Matsumoto or Iba to convince them otherwise, as the stakes were close to the chest.
医者としちゃ複雑だがな。三男君や大使たちの命がかかってるとあっては実験を取りやめろとも言えんか。
早急に行動さんの行方を見つけ出すほかなさそうですね。
Do we ever find him, you think? Like any of these routes?
I doubt we find him until the second game. Like, there's a possibility in Hijikata or Kazuma's.
Like a little teaser.
Right. But I have a feeling that we don't actually ever get to, like, really fucking meet him until the second game.
私は何かあった時のために薬を調合してみることにするよ。気休めにしかならん。
I know what medicine means, Jim. What the fuck?
そんなことはありません。お二人の気遣いはありがたく受け取っておきます。
Although there were reservations about what's to come, the conversation settled kindly at least. That's a
Oh
first.
no, the tea became cold. I gotta go make a fresh pot right now.
I stood up. I grabbed the tray with everyone's cups on it, and I went out into the hallway.
Oh, God.
Then I saw someone run off in a panicked state down the hall.
The
This
fuck
is
wrong
new.
with him?
I squinted to get a peek, and it looked like... I ran after them, tray in hand, to get a better look.
How many cups did we have on this tray, and how many did we just lose?
At least 4.
Wait!
I turned the corner and I caught up to the hustling shadow. I knew it was him, and he stood there waiting.
一体何の用だ。血相を変えて追ってくるとはよほどの用事なのか。
Yeah, you're acting pretty fucking sus. Well,
I could almost feel the blood draining from my body as the pressure to answer overwhelmed me. I did my best to stay composed, and I stood up straight, ready to answer.
were you listening in on the conversation in Kondo's room from the hallway just now?
Takeda snorted, deflecting the question, and he turned the question back on me.
幹部大使の私が局長の部屋の前を通りかかったとして。
That's not...
Loitering is a crime.
It is. A stupid one, but...
Well, no, but loitering is a crime.
As I stumbled for words, Takeda seemed smug as if he'd stumped me.
例えば聞かれては困る話をしていたとか。
I hate you.
What do I do?
Call. Help.
Takeda is technically a captain of the Shinsengumi, and I had no way of knowing how much, if anything, he heard in that room. If I answered his question by giving out information that I wasn't entitled to give, then I'd be in deep trouble, possibly dead.
I have to brew some more tea. Please excuse me.
I bowed, turning around to rush toward the kitchen.
Whoa.
Takeda snagged my shoulder with a tight grip.
Ouchie. Oh, I didn't expect that to be the line. Let go of me, you fiend. I already told you I need to be somewhere.
逃げるつもりだな。そうはいかんぞ。
We have teacups in our hand!
Literally, look at this shit.
I closed my eyes tightly, and in my head I saw... What? Not Kondo, nor Hijikata. For some reason, it was Iba instead.
Help me, Ib. Ib.
As I attempted to scream, Takeda covered my mouth with his coarse hand.
声を出
This
す
man needs some lotion.
一体誰を呼ぼうとしていた。
Your mom.
Your mom. Stupid. Now I'm gonna get spit all over your hand, loser.
あの男
It looks like your hands need the moisture.
将軍奥詰めとかいう大層な
Doing you
位
a
らしい
favor.
あの男がなぜここ
Because he's a great
に局
person.
長や副長に余計なこと
We
を
already
吹き
know.
込んで
You're
で
lucky
も
to
いた
even
の
be
ではない
alive, my guy. I was struggling under Takeda's grasp, and even though my mouth was still covered, I could shake.
Shimmy shake.
余計なことね。話されるとまずいことでもあるんですか？
It's so beautiful. Surprised Takeda let go of my mouth.
お茶組からなかなか戻らないので少
What?
し気になってきて
I've
み
been
たん
gone
です
for like a minute.
That was like maybe 3 minutes.
Dude.
あなたは確か武田さんでしたか？
His spidey senses
お
were
久しぶり
tingling.
です。
Even though Iba was smiling, his eyes were intently focused on Takeda. He looked guarded. Takeda seethed with contempt, biting his lip. Iba gently guided me behind him protectively, and he whispered to me,
Mm-hmm.
さっき僕の名を呼んでくれましたね。嬉しかったです。ありがとう。
How are we going to survive this, dude?
We can't!
Oh my goodness. Incredible.
I'm gonna die!
Oh, seriously. Oh!
Remembering that moment made my cheeks flare up. Oh, why did I scream Iba's name instead of one of the other warriors?
Oh my god, why did I do that?
How
It's so
embarrassing.
weird. Crazy.
我々は外部に
No,
は
we
明かせ
weren't.
ぬ大使同士の情報交換をしてい
I'm not a warrior!
た
Right?
被害者は
Literally,
引っ込ん
what?
でいろ
I'm the T-Man.
そもそも貴様今日は一体何の用でこの豚書へやってきたのだ？
松本先生に同行させてもらったんです。大使の健康状態について話し合わなくてはならないとい
I'm
う
an
ことでした。
honorary doctor.
どこまで本当なの
That
や
doesn't matter. Takeda didn't appear to believe Iba for a second, but
言いたいことがあるのなら近藤さんの前で尋ねてくださって構いませんよ。そうなると僕もあなたのことで近藤さんに話さなくてはならないことができてしまいます。
Iba and Takeda exchanged heated glances for a few more moments. Then Takeda broke the stare, looking away in an irritable manner.
貴様などに言いたいことなどない。私はこれで失礼する。
I love how every time they have a confrontation, Takeda comes away from it looking like a fucking stubborn child.
Takeda huffed and walked away.
Thank you so much for helping me, Yuba. Oh my god.
どういたしまして。こういう時は遠慮なくお兄さんを頼ってください。
It's what we deserve.
約束したでしょ。何があっても君のことは僕が守ってあげるって。
We're really not gonna survive this route. I can't believe we did this to ourselves so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Every route after this one will just be okay.
Right?
Nice.
We're just gonna be staring at Iba from afar, being like, oh,
I'm sorry, Yamazaki. We should have gone your route first.
right? Oh man. Yep.
The memory of that time, now far removed, was hazy, but I remember Hachiro making this promise to me as his slender hands clasped mine together. Who would have thought that we'd find each other once again, now that we've matured? After all this time, he kept his promise. I still gotta make this tea.
Alright.
Then I heard some footsteps creep behind us.
Who the fuck is ruining my moment?
Right.
先ほどこちら
Ah,
から武田君
listen,
が
I
歩いて
already
くる
had
の
a
を見かけまし
fucking
たが
fucking bone to pick with you. I hope you die. I literally hope you die right now. Go.
I wasn't sure how to describe the events that just transpired, but Sanan turned to look at Iba for an explanation anyway.
伊庭君あなたと武田君は以前も
Well, our head was so cool.
Sanan, I'm
ほどほど
literally
にしておいた方
the
がいいで
weakest
すよ
person in this whole fucking compound, but I will strangle you right now. Oh no! The tea became cold!
What?
I swear to God, Sana, you better back the fuck up. Leave people alone.
I tried explaining the situation, but Sanan cut me off.
武田君は少し前の私に似ています。
What?
これ以上追い詰めるべきではありません。
I don't care.
Are you saying that he's fucking insane like you? Is that what's wrong?
少し前の三男さんに
Don't give him pity.
Literally, don't give him that face. He's banned from looking at your face.
Iba looked puzzled, but Sanan nodded.
彼は甲州流軍学を治めた人物として体内で非常に頼りにされていました。伊藤さんが入隊するまでは。
Ah, I remembered the mood during the time of Ito's first arrival. That's right, everyone hated him. It was Ito's presence that served as the straw that broke the camel's back for Sanan, which drove him to drink the water of life. Sanan smiled with clear self-derision.
彼もこの新選組の中に居場所を見出そうと必死なのですよ。
You've made your mark, you can
私
leave
と
now.
同様に。
だからといって弱い立場の者に当たり散らすような真似をして
Yeah.
許されるはず
You
がないでしょ
tell
う。
him.
まあ確かに己の立場を重に来て威張り散らすあたりは小物以外の何者でもありませんが窮鼠猫を噛むという言葉もありま
What
すから
the
ね。
fuck? No, it's not. Just fucking fire him.
Sanan, you're the fucking worst.
Sanan followed his statement with a stoic gaze in Iba's direction.
あなたも気をつけた方がいい。小物だと侮っていると痛い目に遭うかもしれませんよ。
That sounds like all the more reason to fucking take care of him now. Ugh.
はい。肝に銘じておきます。
Sanan raised an eyebrow at Iba's response. I yawned. Then he curtly bowed and turned around. He made a swift return for his room, looking over his shoulder as if to avoid being seen by others, as he should. Iba looked as if he had something more to say as we watched Sanan go. Wouldn't blame him. Sanan, whom he'd known since the Edo days, had become a furry. I'm sure he feels the pain of loss, in his own way, in a different way than Kondo or Hijikata. After a silent pause, Iba looked at me.
あなたもなるべく武田さんには気をつけてください。決して
I do my best, but it's difficult somehow. Yeah, I know.
何かあれば手紙で知らせてくださいね。どこにいても急いで駆けつけますから。
Got it. Thank you so much.
I knew that I couldn't let my guard down, but in this moment I felt so safe and relieved with him.
Oh, okay.
After sharing a smile, Iba and I returned to the room. Both Kondo and Dr. Matsumoto seemed so wrapped up in their conversation about the physical exams, it was as if they didn't realize we had left the room.
Wow.
そういえば先生、健康診断の方は
Is Okita okay?
ああ、それなんだがな。
We get
頭を
insider
抱えたよ。
info!
Whoa.
Woo!
それは一体なぜ？
なぜも何も。怪我人や病人を合計した
Oh,
ら
no, this is the
全体
information
値
we
の
always
3分の
got.
1近くになるじゃないか。
What?
なんと。
なんとじゃないぞ近藤さん。 あんたらは今まで何をやってたんだ。切り傷から渋り腹まで。この豚書は病の見本市だぞ。
面目ない。まさかそんなことになっていたとは。
まずは病室を用意して、そこに病人を運び込んでくれ。それから豚書を清潔にしてもらわんと話にならん。
承知しました。すぐに取り掛かります。
So we were ordered to clean the entire compound.
Yay!
Woohoo! Oh, hey, Skay.
I'll miss you. It's none of my business.
Woohoo!
Okita, who?
Oh,
What the
what?
fuck are you doing here? In the middle of the day? The furry. Nope, that's a later thing.
My father.
My father. What had become of my father? Will I ever find him? Probably not. It's me.
Ooh.
Whoa. Oh, May 1866. A year had passed since we'd moved to the Nishi Hongwanji Temple, and I'd become quite accustomed to my life here. Ever since the incident with Takeda questioning me aggressively, people would occasionally visit the compounds. You know, it was worth it. I'm inclined to think he visits us because he's trying to watch out for me. But he also had a long-lasting relationship with the captains of the Shinsengumi since their days back in Chie Hall, so who knows. Iba's approachable and warm demeanor made it easy for the other warriors to warm up to him and hold him in high regards. However, Takeda, for obvious reasons, still doesn't seem fond of Iba because he's a fucking jealous little loser. Is it gonna continue to be new stuff? Ew. During one of his aforementioned visits.
いいですよ。遠慮なく
He's
どこからでも打ち込んできてくださ
He's just the best.
Saito gave us one lesson and gave
No,
up on
he's
us.
not helping.
Never mind! Yeah!
Oh god! Uh-oh.
This is terrible. I feel like I've been fucking betrayed. Iba! You can't do this to us.
Oh no. I'll take you up on that offer. Yeah.
一本次
Iba had visited while the men were conducting a training session.
But he looks so cool.
Iba, being the skilled master he was, took part in some of the training exercises. Swordsmanship is so superb, as good if not better than some of the captains that, like, I'm just over here being super impressed.
そろそろ大使たちが一巡した頃だな。今日はこの辺にしておくか。
もう終わりにしまうのかせっかくだからもう少し八郎の剣筋を見てんだけどな
So just have him go against Saito, bro.
Right? Oh my god, that would be a battle for the ages.
稽古の目的は大使たちの剣技を磨くためであって、あんたの目を楽しませるためで。
He would never. Okay.
Dang.
まあしゃあねえかそんじゃお前ら後片付け始め
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I forgot for a second. Nagakura began gesturing his orders to the warriors to wrap up their session.
ちょっと待って。せっかくの機会だから
Go to
Okay.
僕にも手合わせ
bed.
してくれないかな。
You don't even look like you're dressed to battle properly. You look like you're dressed to go to bed. Go take a nap, dum dum. Okita had suddenly appeared from the building like a fucking dummy. He walked in. What's so funny?
I'm sorry. You just kind of sounded like you belonged in South Park for a second. You sounded like that little stupid loser kid who's like, oh yeah, stupid little punk ass bitch trying to come at me. The one who's always insulting everybody.
That's so great. Oh, dreams come true. He walked in, sword in hand, ready to fight. Okita had curled his lips, smirking in a haughty fashion like a fucking dumbass. He offered a sword to Iba. He already has two. What are you doing?
もちろん自信がないんなら無理にとは言わないけど
Fucking bitch ass. Iba didn't even flinch or react to his offer.
いえせっかくのお誘いですからお付き合いします。よろしくお願いしますね、沖田くん。
Okita, you just salty that he's a better looking version of you?
Literally. Okita grinned in response.
まさかこんな面白そうな試合を見られるとはな。やっぱ日頃の行いと賜物が。
たく嬉しそうな顔しやがって掃除に八郎かどっちが勝つんだろうな新選組
No,
としちゃ
Heisuke,
やっ
come
ぱ
to our
掃除に勝
side.
ってほしいとこだけど
Honestly, what do you think you're doing, Heisuke?
おしゃべりしてないで誰か審判してよいつまで経っても始められないじゃない
I'll referee. I'm definitely not biased.
俺がやるよ
Yeah!
じゃあ始め
As soon as Heisuke motioned the match to start, the whole area fell silent. Both men were enveloped in a fierce aura, and all of us watching stood idly by, unable to move. The vibe was intensely still. Neither man dropped their guard, making it difficult for either to strike. Just then Okita lowered his sword ever so slightly. In the next moment, he died. Ava thrusted forwards rapidly and swung towards Okita. But Okita read Iba's body movements, anticipating the strike and deflecting Iba's sword. Okita watched as Iba's stance had faltered, and Okita moved in to jab with his sword.
Iba, you can't lose.
Literally, please. Iba saw through the first strike, parrying Okita's blade with a horizontal block. However, Okita unleashed a flurry of swings. As his blade danced wildly towards Iba, Okita's swift attacks were hard to follow in real time. It was almost impossible to believe that such techniques were being performed by a human. I could barely keep up.
So, Saito, who do you think's gonna win the match?
You want to take a bet? I turned to Saito, who was sitting beside me, and he responded at first with a small nod.
掃除の腕前はあんたも知っての通り
What are you
Right
talking
there?
about? I haven't seen him do anything.
だ。だが八郎も江戸四大道場と謳われる連武館の跡取りで家持公の護衛を務めるほどの尋常ならざる剣技の持ち主。二人は司令官時代にも幾度か剣を交えているが当時から腕前はほぼ互角だった。
So, does that mean you don't know who's going to win?
いや勝敗は決まっている。
What?
Oh, what? Fuck!
Hey, wait!
Shit! Oh, what?
Just as I had asked that. Iba's sword was parried, and he dropped to his knees.
No!
一本
As Heisuke declared the game over, Iba sighed in acceptance of his defeat. Maybe he just went easy on him because he knows that he's dying.
僕の負け。
ま、相手が掃除だってことを考えると十分前線してたと思うぜ。
そうそういい勝負だったじゃねえか掃除だって危ねえ場面が何度かあったもんなそれは否定しないよ
I
でも
hate this. I hate this. Go away. Okita's cold gaze beamed toward Iba as he stood over him.
これなら何十回
Yeah, but if you can't even beat him, how are you gonna protect us against Kazuma? I didn't even read that line.
He was being a little fucking bitch. That's what happened in that line.
Okay, stupid bitch.
Iba's brows furrowed slightly.
それはどういう意味ですか、沖田君。
もしかして言われなきゃわからない君って剣に関してはそれなりに勘が働くと思ってたんだけど
What the fuck is your deal? Oh my god, are you that threatened by another very hot man who's actually really nice? Is that your fucking problem? Okita sneered before making his fucking next remark.
君の剣は軽いんだ
What? What? It's a sword. What? Okita's tone revealed his disinterest and he shrugged before dismissing himself from the room. I'm gonna fucking beat up that bitch. Iba stood up straight and he shot an intense glare in the direction of the departing Okita, as did I.
僕の剣が
He's so sad about it! He's like, but my sword is my best friend. Why did your life go? Okita's words seemed like they stung Iba deeply.
さて、次は誰の番だ？佐野、言っとくか？俺じゃ獲物が違うだろうが。
What are you fucking using?
He uses a pole.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Listen, it's been forever since we saw any of them in battle.
I just remember it because it was him with his spear against a man with a gun. And we were like, what?
Oh yes, a match for the ages. Just when it looked like Keisuke was about to volunteer himself.
Oh my god, why are you ruining Heisuke's fun?
Stop. Leave my man alone. He doesn't need this right now. So we looked toward the direction into which Okita left Takeda walked in.
Anything but you. I would take Sanan over you at this point.
I wouldn't.
No, because Sanan wouldn't even try to fight. He'd be like, oh no, I can't.
Yeah, but
like, okay,
he'd be so annoying. Every time I see his face, I just get so mad. It's like Okita, but worse.
音に聞く。イバの古典具の腕前をぜひこの目で確かめさせていただきたい。
What?
This tells me nothing. Thanks, game. These terminology things have gotten increasingly more useless. Like, at first they were kind of helpful, and now it's at a point where every time I look at one, I'm like, this isn't gonna tell me anything. Takeda. The fuck is he trying to pull now? Wasn't the only one who sensed something was off, as the captains looked bewildered by his entrance.
いえ、僕は。
おや、
Leave him
私ごとき小物と剣
alone.
を交えるのは時間の無駄だとでもおっしゃるのですかな。さすが家持公の護衛を務める方だけあって気ぐらいが高くていらっしゃる。
I'm gonna fucking punch everyone. Why are you so close to me? Harada was about to step in.
普段手合わせすることがない相手と打ち合ういい機会だと思ったのだが、打ち合ったことがない相手なら他にもいるからな。
Why are all the men 10 times worse in this route?
I hate everyone. It's because now that we have a shining, brilliant example of what people should be, everybody else is increasing, like, just immediately dropped. As he said that, Takeda glared towards me. Wait,
what?
Wants a match with me?
Wait, what?
What?
When did this happen?
I see. What the fuck? I stood there really fucking puzzled by this suggestion, and Evo stepped forward.
いいでしょう。僕が相手になります。
では俺が立ち会い人を務めよう。
As Saito volunteered to referee the match, Iba and Takeda stood to face each other.
I love you, Saito.
始め。
As Saito swung his arm to begin, the two moved into their attacking stances. I just hoped no one got hurt and Saito would stop things if it started looking bad. Especially Iba. He just finished a match with Okita and Okita insulted his sword. Before we knew it, the metallic clang of their clashing blades filled our ears as we watched. Compared to the intense movements of his earlier match, Iba seemed a little more sloppy.
His soul has been shaken.
Shit. Takeda seemed to have picked up on this. He flashed a menacing smirk as if he'd already won.
I don't have any time for this.
Takeda didn't want to miss his opportunity, so he moved in with a strike that had the full force of his body behind it. But then... Yeah, kill him. Iba followed the path of the incoming attack, and he narrowly deflected the attempted strike.
何?
Ha! Ha! Before Takeda had a chance to recover. Fuck yeah. In an instant, Iba shifted the tide of the match by pressuring Takeda and cornering his movements.
そう簡単に一本取らせません。こう見えても それなりに修羅場をくぐってきてるんですから。
I mean, don't say that. He might pull out a gun.
Okay.
What? I don't. Okay. Takeda's face warped in anger, and he kicked the ground in an effort to close the distance between them. Ah! Takeda tried to stab his blade into Eva's throat.
Wow!
Oh my God. Whoa, shit. Hello, Saito? Hello, Saito? Can you intervene?
Like a foul or something?
Right. Red card. I don't understand sports, but Eva was able to dodge with ease. But Takeda persisted, then trying to thrust for Eva's stomach.
My
Hello?
God.
Hello? Hello? Is he actually trying to fucking kill Eva? Hello? Is anyone seeing this? No sooner had the thought entered my head when...
Yami!
Thank you.
Had me worried for a second there, Saito. Jesus Christ. Saito shouted for them to stop. Both men disengaged.
今のは何のつもりです、武田さん。
Yeah, Takeda, what the fuck are you trying to do here, huh?
何とは？
こたびの稽古はあくまでも各々の剣術の研鑽のために行っているはず。それなのにあんたが先ほどから狙っているのは八郎の急所ばかり。しかも真剣の稽古で。
Right.
新選組の剣は支援で振るものであってはならぬはずですが。
何を言っているのやら。稽古に熱が入りすぎて
Y'all, can we
前
get
後
rid
が
of
見
this
えぬよう
man
になるこ
already?
とはままあるでしょう。
He's never been this annoying.
熱が入りすぎただ。面白い
Right?
冗談を
I
言って
mean,
く
he
れるじゃ
was
ない。
annoying before, but at least he like stayed to the fucking sidelines.
Right?
俺たちの目が本気かおふざけかを見分けられねえほど曇ってるとでも思ってんのか？
As the warriors circled around the match floor to criticize Takeda's manner of attacking, Takeda continued to insist that he had no intention of harming Eva. Just then, who the hell? Please don't be Sanan.
私の闘争を許
Oh
さ
right,
ず
it couldn't be Sanan
特殊
because
ハットには
Takeda.
あるはず
That's the one good thing about him being around.
局長、お聞きください。私は新選組幹部としての本分に背くような真似は
Not
You're
yet.
literally bribing, like, no.
詳しく
No, you're like the worst fucking dude ever. Understand on.
Takeda nodded, taking his time to begin rattling off his list of excuses.
Kondo, can you please do something about him?
新選組の稽古は実戦を想定したものであるはずです。切り合いの際、相手が急所を狙ってくることはままあるはず。それを想定した稽古を行うことの
Okay, but this was a
何
for
が
fun
問題なので
match,
しょう。
not like an actual
Right.
training for life and death situations match. Kondo stared back at Takeda, listening intently to what the latter had to say, but after taking a deep breath, Kondo offered his deliberation.
先ほどの試合
You're
は
in
俺も
timeout.
途中から見ていた。
You're grounded.
単なる稽古として行われているか、
No
ある
TV
いはその
time
剣
for
に
you
悪意が
this
込められて
week.
いるかは剣筋を見ていればわかる。
Takeda's expression froze. Bitch. Don't think I'd ever seen Kondo look as intimidating as he did when facing Takeda. Hot wreck.
同じ主君をいただく伊庭君に支援で怪我を負わせようとするとは言語道断。
No.
新選
Can you
組
fire
幹部と
him
して
now?
あるまじき行いだ。
お待ちください、局長。私は
今回の件に関して弁明を聞くつもりはない。このことは他の幹部隊士とも相談の上処分を決めさせてもらうから覚悟してお
You
く。
gonna be in trouble. Ooh. I could hear the teeth grinding from Takeda's mouth. Kondo just missed himself curtly.
I want to see Kondo in a fight.